Hello, we are in the gallery Radial where we will interview Lars Strandh for the exhibition in late September. Hello.
Hello, it's a pleasure being here again. I'm Lars Strandh, coming from Norway. I'm a painter. I work with what I call reduced art. Some people call it monochromes, but it is polychromes. That means many different colors, even if it appears to be a red color like this one behind. There are blue pigments, green, yellow, all kinds of colors in it actually.
So, to start off this interview, I will first ask you if you can tell us a little more about the art pieces that will be in the exhibition in September.
In this show, that is my 7th solo show here at Radial, I will show some combinations of colors. Until 2008, or from 2000 until 2008, I worked a lot with diptychs and triptychs. That means putting 2 canvases or 3 canvases together. But then from 2008, I mainly focused on working on single pieces with one color, or many colors, but that appears to be one color. So in this show, I have 2 grid works, that is 4 canvases put together in a square, and then also a large wall piece that is 120 by 4 meters long with 4 colors.
So my next question will be, well, you're an inspiring artist, and we would like to know if there was something that inspired you while creating those pieces.
A former professor to me once said that artists don't need inspiration, they need deadlines. And I agree in somewhat with that, because inspiration comes when you work. And for me, it's like when I'm working on one piece, I start wondering at some level very often that how would this piece has been if I put yellow here instead of blue, or a greenish blue instead of this red blue. And the only way to experience it is to do it or do the next piece. So that is a lot of inspiration for me. But also, as I always work with the gallery room and the gallery, when I make a show or plan a show, I always think about the gallery room, how the work will interact, both with each other, the conversation between the different works, and the space itself, and also how the viewer walk around, how the viewer take part in the exhibition from different angles, where coming into the room and leaving the room, what do you see, what do you experience, how do you feel the exhibition?
Well, you talked about how deadlines are somehow in between brackets what gets you going and to finish an art piece. My question is, what was the actual challenge you had to go through for this exhibition?
It's the normal challenges. Like, my work is very slow. I can't force it. I can't work faster. I mainly work the hours my body allows me to. So it's always a kind of stress to will my thoughts be able to make, will I manage to get all the paintings finished? Because I can't really decide when a painting is finished. It's more like the painting decides when it is finished. And it's this intuitive or maybe experience-based thing that there has to be a color, rhythm, a richness in the paintings. And sometimes when I've been working on a painting for a long time, my head says it's finished. But then my experience, or what you can call the gut feeling or stomach feeling, it says, no, it's not. So always, my paintings are always on the wall for at least some weeks, sometimes also months if I'm not certain that the painting is finished. And then by living with it, see it every day, it's more like the head or the brain decision has to get back because the stomach feeling has to be there more.
So the exhibition will be in late September. And is there a message or an emotion that you want the visitors to take away from your work?
No. No, there are no messages in my painting. The paintings are what they are in many ways, and but I strongly believe that you can have an experience from them, and it's more like paintings to think out from than maybe think of.
As you can see behind you, there's one of your art pieces that will be in the exhibition. Can you maybe talk about it in more in depth? My question will be, what are the materials or the technique that you maybe used for example, this one in particular?
It's acrylic on linen canvas on wooden stretchers, so it's almost, I used to say it's almost the same materials as Rembrandt used, even if he used oil colors and I use acrylic. So it's a classical painting in many ways. And it's built up by some 20 to 35 layers with paint, with different quality, different glossiness, mattiness, and also a wide range of different colors, even if it appears to be only red.
Is there something that you feel after you look at your completed work, maybe happiness, you feel complete, something like that? Is there anything in particular you feel after you're done with an art piece?
When I know it's ready, I'm quite satisfied because it's such a long time work doing a painting. But it's also, the main thing is that there is an interest from my side in it. I find the painting interesting. There's a rhythm in it. There's a color diversity, but also there's a calmness in the painting that I hope everyone can experience.
So, do you think the viewers will react the same way you reacted when you look at your painting, or you think they're gonna see it differently because an artist looking at his art is not the same as the visitors or the viewers? Do you think they will see it the same way you do?
No, not necessarily, and that is not really a goal because we all experience art and colors out from our own experience and standpoints. So some of my works is also thoughts about color memories, like what are your experience with colors? I had one experience in a show quite many years ago now, where one person looked at the light green paintings and said, I love it. It is the color of my grandmother's summer house, and it means so much to me, that color. And then another woman came up and said, I hate that color. It's hospital. I can't stand it. So all our color seeing is also based on our own experience and what colors we have with us in a way. And that is really fascinating, that the same color can mean so different between two people.
You have been an artist for quite some time now, and to you, what has been the most rewarding part of your artistic journey?
The most rewarding part of being an artist, it's the social thing about it, belonging to an art society. Sending an email in the morning to Australia that has afternoon, and then when I'm in the afternoon getting an email from United States that just have woken up, and this relation that we are meeting, interacting. There are no borders, so we are just artists, art lovers, collectors, gallerists that are meeting, interacting, thinking of life in an art way, and that is more important the longer I work as an artist. Yeah.
So to finish off this interview, my last question would be, is there any advice you'd like to give for emerging artists or future artists who also inspire to be as creative as maybe you are?
Yeah, the first advice is don't give up. Continue doing what you're doing, whatever you're doing. And remember that as long as you think your art is right, it is right. It's the other parts that is wrong about your art. They don't understand it. Maybe you are a genius and therefore they don't understand it. Okay, it might be crap, but as long as you believe in it, keep on doing it.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for inviting me here, and I'm glad to be back at Radial, and I'm also looking forward to the show.